President of the Court of Appeal, Justice S. Skandaraja, passed away this evening.
Justice Skandaraja was appointed as the President of the Court of Appeal on the 24th of June 2011.
He had served over 7 years as a judge of the Court of Appeal of Sri Lanka before he was appointed as the President of the Court of Appeal.
The late Justice was educated in Manipe Hindu College and Colombo Hindu College.
Up next is Action TV.
Several public representatives of the Western Province went to great lengths to show the public that they returned officials' vehicles and mobile phones in their possession out of political discipline following the recent dissolution of the Western Provincial Council, despite the fact they are officially bound to do so. However, one example that shows the discipline of those who wielded power of the Provincial Council is a creation of a non-existent position of power in the Provincial Council in appointing an individual completely unqualified for the position for 3 consecutive years. Action TV first brought to notice a fake position that shows the unpleasantness of the politics of the Western Provincial Council 2 weeks into its creation, namely on the 21st of January 2011. This position created by the Western Provincial Ministry of Education was titled Deputy Secretary to the Western Provincial Education Ministry. The individual who was appointed was one who did not have sufficient qualifications to pass as a Divisional Education Director. The appointment was made by the Secretary to the Provincial Ministry of Education in surpassing the powers vested in the Provincial State Service Commission. Action TV brought this fake position to notice again last Friday, not basing it on the fact that the Provincial Council was dissolved 5 days ago, but rather because the irrelevant individual in the position had retired from state service and continued to make decisions in that capacity. 9 days prior to last Friday, degree holders with recent teaching appointments were summoned to Colombo and given transfers to various schools in the country by this questionable officer who coordinated the entire program. 4 days later, he held a meeting at the Horan Educational Zonal Office regarding teacher transfers in a backdrop where the Provincial Council had been dissolved and transfers were prohibited. Today, this individual is functioning in an interesting capacity. He is posing as an official with a non-existent position and is conducting open days for the public in the building of the Chief Secretary of the province. Even though he has retired, he continues to enjoy the comfort of public property, including an official vehicle. Though this label could be an innocent ruse, is a provincial state sector so corrupt that individuals are given the right to use public property under false titles and let such individuals wield power to make decisions in a sector of leading public interests such as education? Governor of the Western Province, this is over to you.
An individual was shot dead in the Dankotwe area this evening. According to police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana, the shooting had been carried out by a group of burglars who had broken into a house.
That's right, the burglars had opened fire at an individual who arrived at the house. The shooting took place at around 7 p.m. And now in some cricket news, the International Cricket Council recently released a draft plan over its proposed new administrative structure.
How will Sri Lanka cricket respond to this change? Sports First takes an in-depth look.
The draft bill on the amendment of ICC's administration is to be presented before its executive committee on the 28th of this month in Dubai. The new proposal proposed by the ICC's Finance and Commercial Affairs Division suggests that members of the boards of India, England and Australia will receive a permanent spot on the executive board of the ICC. Draft copies of the proposal were distributed to all member countries including Sri Lanka on the 9th of this month.
The draft proposal for the new administrative structure of the International Cricket Council is a compilation of 21 pages. Now, the cricket boards of South Africa, Pakistan and the West Indies have already voiced their objection to this proposal, while India, Australia, England and New Zealand are in support of this proposal. Now, at present, as such, 4 cricket boards are in support of this proposal, while 3 are in opposition. Now, where does Sri Lanka cricket stand on this issue? Will Sri Lanka cricket decide to support this proposal, or will it decide to stand against it? Now, at 2 p.m. today, the Executive Committee of Sri Lanka Cricket convened an emergency meeting today to decide on the stand that they will take.
Sri Lanka Cricket's Executive Committee convened for over 4 hours today. SLC Treasurer Nusky Mohammed, speaking to Sportsfirst, noted that the Executive Committee decided to voice its objection to the ICC's proposed draft proposal. He also noted that the committee had decided to request more time from the ICC to study the draft proposal. Nusky Mohammed went on to note that the ICC will be informed in writing on the decision that was taken by the Sri Lanka Cricket Executive Committee. Meanwhile, a senior official attached to Sri Lanka Cricket said that a tense situation arose during the Executive Committee meeting today over a letter addressed to the President by an Executive Committee member over the draft proposal of the ICC. The senior official added that even though a no-confidence motion was brought against the Executive Committee member in question, no one responded to the motion. Issuing a communique, Sri Lanka Cricket noted that the Executive Committee had decided to hold discussions with general members of Sri Lanka Cricket on the draft proposal of the ICC.
And that's it from the Newsfirst team for tonight. I'm Ravi Gamage.
I'm Inosha Ratnasekara. We leave you with a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Take care and good night.
Newsfirst at 9.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.